Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. And you may be saying, what the hell am I watching right now on this channel? This isn't an arena map. This isn't a clash map. What is this? Well, I heard what you guys wanted, and I listened and I responded, guys. That's the beauty of this kind of relationship we have as content creators here on YouTube and our viewers and community, which is what I value so much, more so than anything. So I wanted to give a shout out to Titus Jokinen, Jonathan Miller, and TF Love for suggesting some Siege gameplay, and I wanted to bring you guys some Siege gameplay. That's right, I got the RAYNZ clan together to do some 4v4 Siege action, guys. And if you haven't seen Siege, because I haven't covered it on my channel, pretty simple how it works. There's two lanes, kind of like Clash, but instead you're kind of pushing minions, you're pushing camps, and you're pushing basically kills on gods to earn points. You see these points in the kind of top right hand. You see one that's red, one that's green. The green one represents our team's points, and the red represents the enemy's team's points. Now, I'm covering these basics for those of you who haven't seen this, but I'm sure if you've played Siege, you really understand how this works. But pretty much after you get to 100 points, you spawn a Siege Juggernaut that pushes the lane with you and your minions, and makes it, it's just kind of a hard thing that the enemy team has to then deal with. And if you have the time to go ahead, there's a neutral camp in the middle of the map there, that big open space in the middle. There another wild Juggernaut is that you can actually kill and spawn a second Siege engine. So it's possible to have two Siege Juggernauts going on at the same time in this mode, and that's kind of ideal. Like I said, every time you clear a camp, I think camps are 9 points, minions are 1 point each, god kills are 5 points. So you see, it's kind of like a game of attrition here in many ways. You're just trying to just rack up those points as much as possible, because those Siege Juggernauts really do help you to go ahead and get this game turned in your favor. Now, I've got a Hercules Freya lane. I'm playing Freya, and I gotta say, guys, I have been loving Freya lately. One of my top favorite mages of this last month, because I've just realized that if she gets snowballing, I mean, if she gets going hard, there's almost nobody that goes harder. I mean, Kronos comes to mind. Who else comes to mind? Maybe a really fed Apollo. But I mean, literally, Freya is just so nasty when she goes. She can 2-3 shot somebody, and there's literally nothing they could do, especially with her ultimate to kind of close those kills. Now, the Chalk Nuwa lane was a little bit difficult to come up against as well, because Nuwa, she's got great push, guys. And you see here, her clay minions, her fog, it just makes it so hard, and you don't want to stand near the clay minions because they have quite a long range of being stunned. But you see the Hercules picks up the Chalk there, he throws his slow, and again, the clay minions and the stun come out onto me, and I'm almost dead there. It turned from a very nice situation for us to almost being dead by that Nuwa burst, so I gotta be really careful here. See the Odin and I believe the Hades going up against our Serket, and the Janus in the other lane. It looks like we're having some decent time with that, pushing them into their tower. I'm just here trying to burst down the clay minions because I don't want that stun potential. You know, I know once she uses that, or the clay minions are gone, she loses a lot of her threat. Now, I'm really low here. The Chalk has his hammer out, and he's going to spin, but I bait him. It's just out of range, and now I throw on my number 2, trying to hit the Chalk. I am hitting him a little bit, but he gets out of range. I go up into my Valkyrie's discretion here, and I'm able to take him out. Actually, Bacon's getting the kill there with his big old boulder. That's a big baseball this time because of that Hercules, I think, Grand Slam skin, which is one of the skins I actually got for Hercules, I think from a random chest roll with the Odyssey. All of the Odyssey chests, you know, if you buy an item, you get a free chest with that. So it's a good deal. I remember in one of my videos, I mentioned it was about $120 to $150 as you see me trying to go ahead gank here. And I see Odin, and so it's kind of like, okay, well, he knows I'm ganking. I know he's trying to gank. All right, let me just go back here. That was kind of a waste there. We just kind of, it's like two people trying to rob the same house. It's like, oh, you're coming here? I don't really want to mix robberies here. And you see the Nuwa in such a bad position. It's just an easy cleanup kill here. She's out of mana. She cannot stun me. The Chalk hammer, the axe, actually. The axe comes out. I keep thinking it's a hammer, but it's an axe. It's definitely an axe, Raynday. Get that in your head. As the Serket, Countless Dylan takes out their Hades. I'm hearing Serket is a lot of fun in Siege as well, so I got to try her out, guys. So let me know what you think. You liking the Siege video? Are you into it? The Hercules misses the Earth Shaker, I think. Yeah, I think he misses the Earth Shaker there. Earthbreaker, actually, and doesn't get the driving strike to get him out of that. But the Nuwa cleans up the Cirquette, obviously low health, and she just got back from her base. The benefit of a Nuwa, guys, you can kill someone from anywhere on the map. One of the reasons why Nuwa is always a constant threat you need to be aware of, and she's got push, got good clear. Yeah, she's a good god. I cannot play Nuwa for the life of me, guys. I don't know what it is. All right, you guys have any gods you're like that with? I mean, I know a lot of good players, but then they put them on one god, and it's just like they look like they've never played the game of Smite before. Nuwa is probably that god for me. I just don't know what it is. I just can't hit it. Dylan is really good at it, though, in the RAYNz clan, guys. I'm excited about that. And by the way, guys, this is the first announcement I'm going to be making for the RAYNz clan. Actually, being able to open up to another 100 people here. I think I announced it on Twitter the day before. You see the great driving strike coming in from the Hercules, setting up with the Grand Slam. But I get into my ult before the Chalk can silence me to take that kill. And the Chalk trying to pursue. He must have enough for an axe throw here. That's why he's staying in range. But I decided to just go ahead and back him up there, applying my #1 as well to add some extra damage. His axe throw comes out now, but it's just not enough. But however, the Odin comes around, and he does find enough damage to kill me. The gank just turning it around. I'm telling my teammates, sorry about that, guys. I pursued that way too much, and I realized I just got a little bit too confident there. So I'm 2-1 now. I have to go back. I have to wait. I pick up my Demonic Grip, and for Freya, I like starting with Penetration Boots and then going into Demonic Grip. I was going into Fatalis second, but I actually like Fatalis third after I get more damage from Demonic Grip. I don't know, I just like the damage on her, and I feel that Fatalis, although it does apply the attack speed and you get technically more damage because you're shooting out more of your pulses from your #2, the damage from Demonic Grip and the attack speed really does help, I think, as a second item to make sure Freya stays kind of relevant. I think having her mid game, I think, more relevant with Demonic Grip, in my opinion. And the whole goal for me is just to get Freya fed. So you see, Freya fed, that's just my entire intention, because when she gets fed, oh man, it's crazy. I remember just a 20-3 Clash game I had. I wish I had it recorded for you guys. I don't, but it was absolutely disgusting, and I've been trying to recreate it ever since. We'll see what we can do in this video. So far, so good. And you see here, we get the wild Juggernaut kill. And that means we get a second Juggernaut. So you see on the right-hand side, we get another Juggernaut spawning, and it's pretty hard for a team to deal with all those Juggernauts, and it gives us a lot of free time, not worrying about them being in our jungle or just trying to be offensive. We just know they're in a defensive mode. A lot of times you have to bring several players over as I grab the damage buff, but I see that their siege engine is arriving as well. Hercules pushing on the right hand side, so I want to do support him. I see the Nuwa and the Chalk are there. The enemies are missing left, and it says be careful right. Now in this game, I do not hear this right now. I see Odin coming down to support the Siege Juggernaut as well. He jumps in and hits me almost at half health with that Raven shout and the shield coming out and the leap that he's got, basically. I'm looking at the left to make sure nobody is coming for me, and I see the three of them approaching. Now I'm still panning myself to the left, which is a smart idea. I pop out my pulses, start hitting the Chalk and the Nuwa damage, and I see the Hades coming out, so I try to get away. The ultimate comes out. I hit my banish, but it's not enough, and the issue there, guys, if you rewatch that, you'll notice what happened was I hit my banish as a reaction, trying to banish him where he was going to end up before he got into his ultimate, so I could basically just stall him from that and escape. However, when I banished him, I basically did not have enough health, enough mana to use my ultimate, which would have let me escape as the Chalk goes down there, which is great for us. At least we get a kill in return as the Chan helps to rotate. But it would have helped me to escape that Hades ultimate, but I did not have enough mana, and I popped my meditation actually too late after Odin. As you see, that jump did damage to me, and you see how much damage that does. The Odin is actually level 11, so I think at that point I was level 9. I might have been level 10, but either way, he did about half of my health. And so that just bursted me down too quickly for me to pop my meditation and then use my ultimate. I was dead before I could hit 4, and that was kind of the issue with that. And I look back at that play and I just say, wow, those little misplays can really turn a game and really help, some team snowball or steal an objective. And I see here the schedule maintenance in 20 minutes, so we're a little worried. We're like, no, let's win quickly. That's pretty much what we're saying to each other. And so we decide, okay, we got to buckle down. Can't make any more of those silly plays here. We got to get some Freya serious gameplay going on, and I'm going to bring it to you guys. So don't worry about that. That's coming up shortly, guys. Happy holidays, everybody. Just want to say that. I know I've been saying it a lot in some videos. You see a perfect Earthbreaker to driving strike here for the Hercules. I go ahead and hit the chalk with my number 1 and my number 2. I pop into my ultimate as his ultimate goes on to avoid the silence, and we finish him off there. So it's an easy 2v1 kill. Of course, it's going to be easy at this stage to kill that chalk. I think he's 0-3, 0-4 right now, and it's Hercules and I against him, and he took the full Hercules combo with the Earthbreaker and the driving strike, so that's going to be tough. The Nuwa damage comes out. The Odin traps him in the ring. I'm trying to go on to the Nuwa. The ultimate comes out from the Hercules, and if only it bounced against the Odin spear. It does not bounce, however, against, I think, the enemy Odin spear. I have not confirmed whether it bounced against your own Odin, if your own Odin put that up and he had a spear and you threw that in there. I'm curious. A circle, Odin circle. I don't know why I keep saying spear. Anyways, you see the Siege Juggernaut coming out here. And I'm basically asking for help because I see the Odin and the Nuwa there, and I have the Siege minion that I want. The Odin doing a good job attempting to pressure me, or at least just shield the damage that I may be having towards him with my number 2 pulses there coming out. Now, the thing with Freya, guys, you want to know is that her number 2 is a really good damaging ability, and that's what you always want to start with. You never really want to go into a fight like with your main intention being use your number 1. Because that's really putting Freya at a disadvantage. She can do a lot of her damage from range. She does not need to be in melee range because she is, not a heavy character. She can get taken out pretty easily. As you see, the Odin almost escaping here. I do not have enough mana, but I pop my meditation to get it. The Odin jumps out of his own circle to avoid us, and I end up taking him down. The chalk is pursuing me now, and his ultimate does land. I've only got 450 health. I'm calling for help from my teammates, and the Hercules is there to save the day. I activate my number 2 and then my number 1 after the slow is applied to finish off the chalk. Now, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I see the Hades and Dylan going in on the Hades there. He's got a pretty good job. The Hades silences him out, though, and I decide to go ahead and get the quintessential stolen kill there. I basically had like 10 health left, but I decided you know what? There's nothing wrong with a fed Freya, and now I go from 2-2 to 6-2. Pretty nice switch, I would say. And now I'm just really hard to deal with for them. And our whole team is pretty hard to deal with. This is our second Siege Juggernaut that we've gotten from this neutral minion camp. And so they're kind of in a bad position here. We've gotten one of their towers. We've gotten their tier 1 towers. We're heading on to their tier 2. And they haven't gotten any of ours yet. So this game is definitely shifting. And I decided to go ahead and get some extra experience before I back up and teleport to the Siege Giant, which you can do. You don't have to run to it. You can actually back, guys, and you'll see you can teleport to that Siege Giant. But what I wanted to talk to you about with Freya was that, oh my god, and I realized it didn't even take, for whatever reason, I didn't even get that damage buff, which was crazy. I don't know whether I had another buff or whether I just didn't run over it. But you see here, I don't even have that damage buff, and it's still available to be picked up. So that's a little bit unfortunate that I didn't grab that there. But I decided here to go ahead and get this blue buff. Just to steal their experience so that they can't get it. And that's one of the things you can do just to deny them that XP and get it yourself is going to make a big difference. And, of course, I think I have the damage buff on me, so I decide not to grab that blue. It's just a hilarious thing sometimes. I don't know what's going on in my mind, but I know that I am hurting this Hades a lot right now. We go ahead and take him down. Dylan with a fantastic leap onto him. That leap does a lot of damage, 320 base damage, actually, and you're not even adding the physical power on top of that. That's a lot. It's a lot of damage for Serket. She doesn't use that usually for offensive reasons, though. It's usually to retreat. But you see here the Freya, which you'll notice me do is use my number 2 to activate the slow, which will last for several seconds. Then I'll activate my number 1, which takes away the slow. But since the slow is applied from the previous number 2, you'll see the number 1 is easy to land, and it actually makes it so I do so much more damage. Now, you lose the slow, you lose the area of effect, but when you're focusing down a single target, the best thing to do is use your number 2 to get that slow, as I almost die here, to the tower, and then use the number 1. That's really the best thing you can do as Freya to kind of burst somebody down. And then that damage is just late game so insurmountable that you will go 20-3. You will have those games with Freya if you play this right. Use that ultimate to escape these tricky situations and to catch those players who, somehow are able to escape the claws of death from your number 2 pulses and your radiate number 1. you will really have a fun time. I mean, I've been having a great time with Freya, and I hope you guys have had a good time watching this Siege gameplay. I know the topics were all over the place, but I did want to at least show you guys some Siege gameplay and walk you through some Freya action, because I haven't covered Freya in a while, and she's one of the gods I've been playing a lot. So I definitely wanted to get this going for you guys. You know, I like picking up meditation, by the way, in these Clash and Siege matches I've been doing, especially Assault as well. I really like it with Freya and some mana-heavy gods that I kind of want to spam their abilities and really help have a lot better clear, especially against like Nuwas and stuff like that, who naturally clear better, but they take so much mana to do so. It gives me a little bit of an advantage here. You see the damage stats. I'm going to show you the build in just a second, guys, so you understand, but it's pretty much using my penetration boots, going straight into demonic grip there for the attack speed and the basically the reduction in magical protection. Then going into the haste and fatalis, which will make your number 2 hit more times, which is one of the reasons it's almost mandatory on Freya. And then I'm going into some lifesteal, usually Bancrofts or sometimes Pythagoreams. Peace. That's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Siege gameplay. Thanks for shouting out, guys. If you want to see any other gods or any other types of modes, let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content here like this at Raynday Gaming. As always, guys, my name's Raynday. Never give up, never stop gaming. Have a happy holidays, and I'll see you guys next time.